Namaskar. Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita. Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jeevanam Kavibhireditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaadatam Bhuvi Grunantiye Bhurida Janaha. Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita Pratham Bhag Chaturtha Khundo Shashta Pariched, and our reading of the 6th chapter of the 4th section of first volume of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali continues. Sri Ramakrishna has told us in our previous reading when Vijay Krishna Goswami asked that what experiences one gets when the mind reaches the seventh plane. And Sri Ramakrishna says, no, it cannot be described in words. You cannot speak about those experiences. You just cannot. Because you become one with the ultimate reality. You can only talk about things which are not, which are at the different level. When the things are two, you can describe. But when the thing becomes one, there is only one entity. Who can describe whom? Like the example that Sri Ramakrishna had given. Once a salt doll decided to measure the depth of the sea. What happened? The moment the salt doll entered the sea, that was it. Its entire separate existence as a salt doll, it just vanished and the doll got dissolved in the sea waters. Salt became one with the salt. Now, who is there? Who is going to measure the depth of the sea? Who is going to come back and tell us how deep the sea is? You cannot describe it in words. And that is the stage when the I gets destroyed. But then Sri Ramakrishna again tells that even then, the tendency for I, it remains to some extent. And then he is explaining to us what are the different, what is the change in I? Only that can happen. Only that can be described. What is the change in that I? But what I have experienced cannot be described. And now Sri Ramakrishna tells, Aham kintu jaina. Even then, the Aham doesn't get destroyed. This Aham is like the kutte ki dum, like the tail of a dog. How so many years you put it in a steel tube, it won't become straight. The moment you take it out, it is again that curly shape. That is I. Now Sri Ramakrishna says, and then Sri Ramakrishna explains about Bojjat Ami or Dash Ami. The wretched I, the rascal I, the unripe I, and Das Ami, the servant I, the ripe I. Now, let us hear from Sri Ramakrishna's in Sri Ramakrishna's own words, what he has to tell us. Je ami te সংসারী করে কামিনী কাঞ্চনে আসক্ত করে she ami খারাপ. Now, Sri Ramakrishna has got, there is no fuss about it. He has given in a clear-cut terms, he has explained what is the wretched I, what is the bad I. Says, Je ami te সংসারী করে. The I which puts me in this worldly entanglements. Kamini kanchone ashokta kore, who gets me attached to the lust and greed. Shei ami khora. Very clear cut. There is no confusion that Which is this rascal I? Which is this wretched I? The one which puts me into this rigmarole of the worldly enjoyments and which makes me attached to the lust and greed. That I is a wretched I, as simple as that. Hmm. জীব ও আত্মার প্রভেদ হয়েছে এই আমি মাঝখানে আছে বলে। This I which leads to difference, create this differentiation between the body and the Atman. That I is the wretched Atma, wretched I. That I is the unripe ego. That ego is the unripe ego, Sri Ramakrishna says. Because of this unripe ego, because of this rascal I, because of this wretched ego, one feels the differentiation of the individual soul, Jeeb, and the Atman, the Brahman. Because of this ego, because of this unripe ego, we feel this differentiation of this is me, that is Atman, this is I, that is he. জলের উপর যদি একটা লাঠি ফেলে দেওয়া যায় তাহলে দুটা ভাগ দেখায়। Now on in there is a body of water, and now if you put a stick on the on water, what happens? Because of that stick you feel as if you have divided water in two compartments. Water this side of the stick, water that side of the stick. So you have created a division with that stick. Similarly, वो বস্তুতः এক জল, লাঠি তার দরুন দুটা দেখাচ্ছে. It is just that stick which is making the water. Basically, in reality, the water is one. It is only because of that presence of stick you feel there is some water this side of the stick, some water that side of the stick, and you create this division, isn't it? Otherwise, water is all one. Now, just by putting that stick, it appears that you have divided the water. But and what happens? Ohom ei lathi. Sri Ramakrishna says that the ego is this stick which you are putting on the waters of the Brahman, and you say, okay, this is my Jeev, this is my soul, and that is your soul. We create this differentiation because of this ego, because of this stick. This ego is the stick which is differentiating, which makes us appear which makes this water appear as divided into two parts. Water this side of the stick, water that side of the stick. Ohom ei লাঠি, লাঠি তুলিলো সেই এক জলই থাকবে. Just remove the stick. What happens? You cannot there is no point of differentiation then the moment you remove that stick from the surface of the water. It is all one. It is beginningless, endless water. There is no differentiation, there is no compartmentalization. It is just one. And Sri Ramakrishna then further explains, Bojjat ami ke? What is this wretched ego? What is this, unripe ego? What is this rascal ego? যে আমি বলে আমায় জানে না, আমার এত টাকা, আমার চেয়ে কে বড় লোক আছে. Hmm? So, which is this wretched ego? Now, this wretched ego, that which says, am I? Jane na, you don't know me. Who I am? I am Dr. Satvik Joglekar. You don't know? Hmm? Amar eto toka. I've got so much money. আমার চেয়ে কে বড় লোক আছে? Is there anyone greater than me? That is, that is what the wretched eye takes you to that level. Me, all that pride, all that arrogance. Hmm. Now, then what happens? যদি চোরে 10 টাকা চুরি করে থাকে, প্রথমে টাকা কেড়ে লয়ে তারপর চোরকে খুব মারে, তাতেও ছাড়ে না। পাহারাওয়ালা ডেকে পুলিশে দিয়েও ব্যাট খোটায়। What happens if somebody snatches 10 rupees from me? What I will do? Because of this wretched eye, what I will do? I will catch the thief. Then the victim first snatches the money from that person who has stolen. Okay, then প্রথমে টাকা কেড়ে নেয়, he snatches. Then তারপর চোরকে খুব মারে, he will beat that thief mercilessly. তাতাও ছাড়ে না, even then he won't leave that thief. পাহারাওয়ালা ডেকে পুলিশে দে ও মেয়াদ খাটায়. Then he doesn't leave even then he will hand him over to the police and gets him punished for those 10 rupees that he has stolen from me. And then bojjatami bole, and then this wretched, this rascal ego says, jane na, he doesn't know, amar 10 টাকা নিয়েছে, he has stolen my 10 rupees. এ তো বড় আস্পর্ধ. How dare he? Such a daring that he is stealing 10 rupees from me. He doesn't know who I am. I am such a big fellow. But although one might be having the millions of rupees, that poor chap, okay, he was in need of some money. He has stolen, he has snatched, taken away your 10 rupees from your bhandar, from your vast estate. He has taken that 10 rupees. So what is the reaction of this Bojjat Ami, the wretched eye? Immediately he will first of all take that 10 rupees from him. Now he has taken 10 rupees. Does the matter end there? You have taken it back, fine, leave him. No, this fellow, he will beat himself. Then he will hand over that thief to the servants. They will take him to the police station. They will put a case and then tell the police. Now punish him royally. How dare he snatches 10 rupees from me? Doesn't he know who I am? Now that kind of feeling, me, I'm so and so. I'm so great, I'm such a learned person, I'm such a wealthy person. All that kind of I is the unripe, wretched, rascal I. And one has to be very careful about this rascal I. Now, after listening to this, Vijay still has some doubt. And then he asks Sri Ramakrishna that after having done all these things, if this attachment to the world, this still doesn't go, what is to be done? That you say that this I is very difficult to go. Now, this is the question has cropped up in Vijay Krishna Goswami's mind. that if this I is not going, if Sri Ramakrishna is telling that Om Joy Na, if Sri Ramakrishna is so forcefully telling that in spite of doing everything, the aham still doesn't go. This wretched I. And then Sri Ramakrishna has explained what is this wretched I, what is this unripe I, the way a person starts behaving. The person after under the influence of those upadhis, of all those false belongings that we attach to ourselves, my degrees, my bank balance, my properties. So all these attachments, they kind of create this wretched ego. They create this unripe ego, and then it starts the differentiation. It starts differentiation of me and you, like Sri Ramakrishna had talked about that putting the stick on water. How we create that within a vast water body, we create this is water this side, that is water that side of the stick. But you remove the stick, there is only one water. But this stick, it doesn't go so easily. That is what Sri Ramakrishna has told, and a doubt has crept up in the mind of Vijay Krishna Goswami, which we are going to read in our next reading. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.